Today we're going to move to the Azure Entra ID. Okay, Azure Entra ID. So previously Azure Entra ID is also known as the Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory.
Active.
It is same look like as a AWS IAM service, Identity and Access Management service. In AWS we have a one service is called AM service. Okay, do you remember that AM service? And AM have users, groups, roles are there. Okay, so why
Yeah,
you
I am. Yeah.
yeah say why use AM in AWS?
To, to create rules.
Roles. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, same in AWS IAM. Here we have a Azure Entra ID. Azure Entra ID. Okay. If you take an
Enter ID.
yes, Entra. See
Okay.
here. ENTRA
Uh,
ID. Okay.
oh, okay.
Pre
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Entra ID. ENTRA ID. Entra
Okay.
ID.
I see it. I see it. Thank you.
Okay. So previously it was Active Directory. Actually, the when they had have a service is name, this when they started this service, it is known as the Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory. Okay. Do you know on-premises Active Directory? Do you have about Active Directory? Windows Active Directory.
Yeah. Active Directory.
What does mean Active Directory?
The
Active
one
Directory.
we always
Yes, yes, please.
the one we always use. I think
The one.
we always use the Active Directory.
Active Directory is nothing but when I want to make when you want to make like client server architecture, there are two types of topologies are there. One is the P2P network, also known as work group. There is another one is there, we have a client and server model. Is client server model. In the client server model,
Okay.
I want to make I want to log in through server. First, we need to create and install the Active Directory. So Active Directory is like a centralized database. Okay. Instead of creating users in a local computer, all users accounts will be created in the centralized database. Once we had installed the Active Directory, from the Active Directory, you can log in anywhere. You can log in anywhere.
Log. Okay.
Here also, they had actually the name is Azure Active Directory. That is on-premises Active Directory. Then you have a name is Azure Active Directory. Recently, they had changed this Azure Active Directory name to Entra ID.
Okay. 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 I got it now. Yeah.
Okay. Previously, it was
Yeah.
Azure Active Directory. Previously, it was
They
a
call
Azure
it.
Active Directory.
Yeah.
So then they now they changed it to the Entra ID. Okay. So what is that? Previously, I had explained you also what is AM. Here also the same thing. If you imagine a big company office, think about the big office building. There are many employees are there, many rooms are there. Okay, many employees are there, many rooms are there. Understood? I have office is there, one big office is there. Think like it is a big office. Okay. So many employees are, many rooms are there. Okay. Some rooms are restricted. These rooms are only access can some person. Okay. Some of the guys cannot access the some rooms. Understood? So and everyone has a ID card. Everyone has a ID card. Understood? Everyone has a what? Which one? ID card. So now you can use their office as a cloud. Okay, what is that? Office as a cloud. Okay, your office as a cloud. And inside this office have employees are there. These employees use think like users. Think like a users. Understand? Hello?
I'm listening, sir.
Okay. So here, think like office is like a cloud. Cloud. Understood? Cloud. So inside the office, you have employees are there. Employees think like a user. It's okay. Employees like a user. So there are rooms like application. Application. ID card is like a login credentials. ID card is nothing but a ID card is nothing but a login credentials. In the office, so you want to enter into the office. First, you need ID card. You need an ID card. Understand? Without ID card, you can't enter the office. Then after that, after entering to the office, how you enter into the room, you need permission. We need a permission. Okay, so rooms are like an application. To access an application, we need a permission. Okay, so here ID card is like a username and password. To enter, to log into Azure, we need a username and password to enter into the Azure portal. Same here in real time. So if you take this ID card is like a username and password. Username and password. Azure ID is a Azure Entra ID is like a security guard where we need a ID card of the system. Here, what is that? Azure Entra ID is the security guard plus ID card of the system of the company. What does it do? It actually it does three main things. Confirms who you are logging. Okay. Okay. Confirms who you are logging when you enter, and it will check the username and password. It will check the username and password. Which
Username.
one? It will check the when you enter, and it will check the username and password, and it checks if the person is real. Suppose I have ID card. I want to go inside of my office. Then security guard will check your ID card. Check your ID card. If you don't have ID card, he won't allow. Okay. Same thing in Azure portal. You have a username and password. Then you can log in into the Azure portal. You can log in into the Azure portal. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this person real? How you check that? If allows the login, if yes, it allows the login. If no, it blocks that then. If you don't have a username and password, then you won't be able to log into the Azure portal. Okay. Another thing is that decides what can you access. Means inside that there are multiple things are there. You can't do all the things. You can't manage all the things in your office. You have some restricted things. You can do only some specific task only. Okay. Okay. Here
Yes.
example, HR person can do the HR system, developer can do the developer, admin can do everything, isn't it? Suppose I'm an admin manager in office, I can do anything. Suppose I'm a developer, I can do only few things regarding only developer only. Suppose I'm accountant, you have a duty, different roles are there. Or you can't interfere in other work. Okay, if unless you have a permission only. Got it? Not everyone can
Yes.
access everything. Not everyone can access everything. This Entra ID permissions will protect Entra ID, control the permissions. Okay. Enter the Entra ID, control the permissions. Is not logged in,
Okay.
Mohsin? I think I want. Okay.
No, he's not here.
Okay, still. Okay. No problem. Here Entra ID, okay, Entra ID controls permission, protects from the hackers. What is that? Protect from the hacker. So here, if we use Entra ID, it will provide the security. It can ask for the OTP for extra security, block logging from unknown country, detect suspicious activity. You can force from the Entra ID. We can directly force password reset, and very strong security system. It is very strong security system. Simple daily life example: when you log in into the Gmail, Facebook, or banking app, they verify your identity. Okay, they verify your identity, asking OTP. Got it? Azure Entra ID does the same thing. But for companies, why companies need Azure Entra ID? Employees can work from home. Some of the employees they do work from home. Okay. Apps are on the cloud. Okay. Understand?
Sir,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you give me 2 minutes? My mother is calling me for
Okay, no
something.
problem.
I'll.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Sorry.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
No.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
My mother is sick, so we had to take her to bathroom today. She's a little sick,
Okay.
so I took her to bathroom. Yeah, okay, I'm ready.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Not issue.
I'll go for 2 more minutes when she's done. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Okay, I'm ready, sir.
Okay.
We are talking about Entra ID.
So Entra ID is like a Entra ID does the same thing for companies. Why companies need? Suppose the employees work from home. They have some of the employees are work from home. Apps are on the cloud. Many online tools are used. There are many online tools are there, and you need to the employees working from home. Then even to access the apps, their apps are there in the cloud. Without Enter ID, there is no centralized control there. Who is going to log in? There is no control is there. There is security risk and hard to manage the users. With Enter ID, all the users we keep either. Okay, we'll keep one place. It's centralized database. One place to manage all users, and also we can make secure login and control who can access which application, who can access which user have a permission to which app, and also safe cloud access. Here Entra ID is like a access and control management, then who will log in and who can access and which permission they have. Okay, in simple terms, tenant, what is my tenant? A company account in the cloud. Who is a tenant? Company account in the cloud. Understood? Okay. User is like an employee. User is like an employee in our office. Group is like a team, like HR team. Okay. Group of users is another group. Whereas group is like a team, like a HR team. Role is a like a permission level. Role is a which permission you have. I want to access some. I have multiple rooms are there in the office. Then which person can access which room? Same thing here. In Azure Active Directory or Enter ID, which user can access which application. Understood? That is nothing but a role. Okay. So there are multiple roles are there. For example, like admin role and user role and reader role. Reader role. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
Here,
Yes.
if you take a real world usage, big companies use Entra ID to manage employee manage login, to protect cloud server, to control Microsoft 365 access. There is a Microsoft 365 is there, nothing but a Office 365 which is used from the cloud. The previously that is have a Office 360 Office is there, MS Office there. Right now
Yeah.
they stopped at the office. Now you can access your office from online. That is nothing but a M365 or Microsoft 365. Okay, by using access to the Microsoft 365, we can enable securely from the remote work. Okay, in a simple definition, Azure Entra ID is a cloud system that manages user login, controls who can access what in company. Okay, understood? Understood.
Yeah.
What is it? Entra
Yes.
ID is a cloud system that manages the user login, who user login and controls who can access what in a company. Okay, we are using Entra ID in Azure. Okay, you need, sorry, okay, next we'll continue the next one. Okay, first we'll go to how to
Yeah.
create a Enter ID. First we're going to go into the Enter ID. Here I am in the Azure portal. Okay, I am in the Azure portal. For Enter ID, go to the search bar, just type Enter ID. Just type a Enter ID.
Entra ID.
Okay, Enter ID is like a AMP service in AWS where we can create a user and we give the permission which type of access we can give from the Enter ID. We can manage the permission. We can create the user. We can give the secure access by using Enter ID. By using the
Okay.
Enter ID.
Entra ID.
Enter ID. Here you
Yeah.
can see here this is Enter ID. This is Enter ID. Okay. So when the default was created, you can check the which mail I had logged in here. This is a mail Javed AWS DevOps at the rate Gmail, and domain name is default domain name or default directories Javed AWS Gmail Omni Microsoft.com. This is my default directory. Here to create a users in the Enter ID, there are multiple options are there. You can check here. You can create a user, you can create a group, you
Okay.
can
Okay.
create
Okay.
a
Okay.
enterprise application, you can create a app registration. So whenever
Oh,
you
okay.
log
Got
in,
it.
whenever I log in, root account is whenever I create Azure Microsoft Azure account, my mail ID become the root account. It's nothing but administrator account. It's nothing but a here administrator account. Understood? Now I'm going to create a user, and by creating user I'm going to give the permission, and I'm going to give the different type of access. Different type of access. Here,
Access.
so I just type the enter ID in the search bar. I just type enter ID in the search bar. Then I want to create a user. There is an option is there, create a user. Okay. There is another option is there, invite external user. Instead of creating user, I can send an invitation to the particular user. I can add. Suppose instead of creating user, I can send an invitation to the other user, like you are Kamran at the Kamrul at the rate of gmail.com. I can send an invitation to you, and you can join in like Microsoft account, Azure also, Enter ID also. Understood? I can
Yeah.
create a user inside the Azure portal. Instead of that, I send an invitation to you. Okay. If you accept the invitation, then you will be added in Entra ID. Okay. External user can be also added in the Azure Entra ID. Understood? Here, how
Yeah.
will you create a user to to access all thing? Here, an option is there, user. Here, click on create new user. Click on create a new user. Then, it asking for the username. I'm just giving the name as a okay. Instead of that, just giving the name as Kamrul. Okay, Kamrul.
Yes.
Here, whenever you create here, you can check the domain name. You can check the domain name, how it is created, how the user is created. Yes, see this. How it is created. Kamrul at the rate of Java
Email.
the AWS Gmail dot on Microsoft.com. On okay.
Yeah.
So then it is asking for the display name. I'll put same as it. Display name also same thing. And the password is auto generated. Instead of that, I want to set the password manually. Okay, you can generate the auto generate password. You can set the manual also. Okay, okay. I'm setting the password here. Your own password. Okay. Now there are multiple options are there. Properties. Properties means regarding information of the user. Like you can enter the first name, last name, type of the user,
Okay.
type
Okay.
of the
Okay.
okay, phone
The
number,
all the
job
credentials. Yeah.
title, okay, company name, department. I want to create an entry ID. I want to give the permission. Think like in our organization, there are multiple teams are working. Like one HR team, one is the HR team is there. There is one accounts team is there. One is the developers team is there. And the team is the testers team. And the team is the DB team. And the team is the operations team, like DevOps team. There are multiple teams are working there. Okay. So when we're going to give the create a users inside a team. Then we'll give create a users one by one. And after creating entering the all information, then user will give the permission. We're going to give the permission. Okay. Here we need to enter the all information regarding the user. Okay, you can you want to add, you can add here. There is another option is there assignments. Okay, you want to add this user to the particular group. Like I created a HR group. I want to add this user to the HR group. You can add to the particular HR group by clicking on the assignments. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
understood, understood.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
now
sir.
instead of that, I'll just add in the here instead of that. Okay, this is the password. You can see here. This is the password. So this is a capital data pro at the rate of 1236. This is the capital. Okay, and now just click on the just click on the create.
Great.
Now when just click on the create here, the user will be created. Okay, Once the user is
Okay.
created, then how will you log in? Either you can log into the separate browser or you can log into the incognito mode, because we are already logged into the administrator account. Okay, I'm just go to
Okay.
this one. I'll just go to the incognito mode. Go to the incognito mode and just type login into the Azure portal. Like try to log into the Azure
Is portal.
portal. Here already we had a username. What is the username here? Kamrul at the rate of, see here, this is the login night. How will you log in this one? Okay, how will you log in? Kamrul at the rate of, I use this one. Okay, how will you log in? Login will be created like this. This is my mail and this is username. Okay, so just paste here. Then next, what is the pay password? The password I set here.
The password was Data Pro 123456.
Now I log into the portal. Okay. Now log into the portal. Okay. Okay. Understood. Just perfectly login. Okay.
Yes.
So what happened here? So it is asking for the extra layer of the security. Okay. Generally,
Authenticator. Okay.
you need to give the. Previously, it was not there, but right now it is asking for the which one? Uh, Extra layer of security. Extra layer of security. Okay. Just click on next here.
Sir, give me 1 more minute. I'm coming again, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm back. Thank you.
Here, it asking for the extra layer of security. Now, in previous portal, that is not there. You can just, when you enter the username password, you directly log in. But now it is asking for the extra layer of security. If you don't put the extra layer of security, it won't allow to log in. Okay, it won't allow to
Okay.
log in. Okay, so now I don't have a Microsoft Authenticator. Instead of that, I'll just go for the set up a different authenticator app. Okay, set up a
Okay.
different authenticator app. So I have Google Authenticator is there. I have a
Okay.
Google Authenticator. I have Google
Me too.
Authenticator. Understood?
Yeah.
Here, just click Start Adding by Account. Okay, start adding by. Like, click on Next here.
Okay.
Just scan the code here from my Google Authenticator. I think I had explained you during the AWS, during
Yeah,
AWS
I know
hosting.
authenticator. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, no problem. But that is my duty that if you don't know that,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need to
yeah.
explain. Okay, just
Yeah,
enter.
we always use authenticator, sir, even for
Okay,
the bank accounts and
okay.
everything.
Now, just now Authenticate app is added. Now I just successfully log into the Microsoft
Yeah.
Azure portal. Azure portal. Okay, understood. So now I just log in as a user. Okay, I just log in as a user. So what is the username, brother? You can check here. What is the username? You can check here. Kamrul at the rate of Javed AWS Gmail dot on Microsoft dot com. Okay, this is the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing is there, I just created a user only. I not given any permission for the user. Okay, means that
Okay.
you don't have any permission to access any resource. Now you can check here. You can start with Azure Freetail, manage Azure Entra ID. Mean that if any resource I click here, you don't have any permission to create. Okay, you can
Okay.
check here. Here,
Yeah.
check here. What is the option here? Please provide the terms below information asking it asking to do. You don't have any permission. Okay, you don't have any permission. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Let's say I'm on this account, right?
Okay.
And let's say I purchase the service, okay,
Okay.
from the start. So if I purchase a service here, you can see it from your account, right? You can access it too.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But why you need go for that? Instead of that, you can
No,
create
no,
your
I'm just
own account.
saying. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
let's say I open purchase something, a service.
okay, okay,
So you are the main owner, so you can see it, right? Yeah.
okay. Here, see this. Now I created a user. The user name is Kamrul at the rate of Javed AWS DevOps at the rate of Gmail. This is the my owner account. This one is the my owner mail. This one, and this one is my mail ID. Okay, this is administrator account, default directory. Okay, and this is a default DNS name of the micro Azure, and this is a username. What is the username is there? Kamrul. Okay, what is
Yeah.
the username is the Kamrul. Got it? Now here,
Yes.
next thing, how will you give the permission? How will you give permission? Just now we discussed that regarding the
Yes.
uh, so how will you give the permission? For giving the permission,
Just
we give the role-based access control, RBAC. Okay,
yes. Yeah.
okay. How will you give the permission? In Azure, VM can be access control using RBAC. RBAC or RBA, RBAC. RBAC or RBAC is known as the role-based access control. Role-based access control. Okay. By using
Okay.
role-based access control, we can give the different permission according to your requirement. We assign reader permission, we assign contributor permission or owner roles via identity access management
Fire?
control. I am
Yeah.
control to manage permission. To manage permission. Got it? So how will you give the
Yeah.
permission? How will you give permission? By using the RBAC. By using what?
Arbeck. Yeah.
RBAC. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is my Azure RBAC? Azure RBAC.
Access control system.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I just now created a user. Okay. This user doesn't have not assigned any permission. Then how will you do that? Then how will you do that? By using the RBAC. By using the RBAC. So what is my RBAC? RBAC is nothing but a Azure role-based access control. Is an authorization system built on Azure resource method that provides a fine grained centralized access to the Azure resources. The roles may be owner, contributor, reader. Okay. This permission can, the owner permission, the reader permission, and contributor permission can assign to users, can assign to groups, can assign to services in different scope. Okay. So what is my reader? Mean that I created a resource. I created a resource. Okay. I created a resource. So when I create a resource, like any resource, the resource may be virtual machine, the resource may be Azure storage account, okay, the resource may be Azure disk, anything. So when you create a resource, when you give the reader permission, you can just mean that access, just view the resource only. Okay, you can view the resource.
Yes.
Which one? Reader permission. When you give the reader permission, you can view the resource only. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Suppose I have a resource is there, virtual machine is there. I can access, I just view the VM, but I want to do some modification, like I want to do restart. You can't do in the reader. You don't have any permission. When you use the, suppose I have one virtual machine is there. For the virtual machine, I assigned a rollback role as a reader permission. Then you can have access to the virtual machine. But I want to do some modification, like I want to do some restart, like stop. You can't do in the reader permission. In the reader permission. Got it? Understood?
Yeah.
Suppose you have
Yes.
a contributed permission, you can restart. Okay, you can restart, or you can do like, what is the thing? You can restart, you can stop, I can log in when you have a contributed permission, but you can't assign the permissions. Okay, okay. One thing
Yes.
is there. First
Yeah.
is the reader permission can have only can view, and another thing is contribute permission can do like for particular resource you can modify. Like I want to do restart, I want to do stop. Okay, I want to do some other thing. You can do in contribute permission, but for that resource you want to assign the permission. So you can't assign the permission by using the contributor. Suppose you have a owner, you can give the permission and you can do anything like modification, anything can be done when you are a owner. Understand? How
Yes.
many types of permissions are there? One is the owner,
Free
second one is
user,
what? Contributor, and third one is the reader. Third one is the reader.
owner, contributor, and reader. Okay.
Owner is like administrator. He have a own, he can do
Yeah.
anything. Another thing is there, role based access control can give the permission at different levels. What are the different levels? The permission can be applied at the resource level. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose I
Okay.
have a resource is there, virtual machine. I can give the permission for the virtual machine at the resource level, a reader permission, contributor permission, owner permission. When you give the resource permission, the permission is restricted to only that particular resource. If you have another resource, we can't have any permission at the resource level. Okay.
Yes.
The permission can be applied at the resource level, and resource level or resource group level or subscription level also. Okay.
Yes.
So when you apply the role at the resource group level as a owner means that inside the resource group you can do anything. Any row inside the resource group only we have a permission. You mean that you have another resource group there, you don't have any permission. You don't have any permission.
Permission.
Understand?
Yes. Yeah.
The permissions can be applied at the resource level, at the resource group level, and also subscription level. At the subscription level. Understood? When you apply
Yes.
the permissions at the subscription level, then suppose I had applied a permission at the subscription level, owner permission, then you will become another like alternative account, the same permissions you have. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
When you
Got it.
apply the role at the subscription level, owner permission, what happens? The same, whatever the administrator account
Yeah.
have, what are the permissions you have, the other person also almost same. Got it?
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can apply the permissions at three levels. One is the resource level, and second one is what?
One is contributor. Contributor. Third one is read level.
Owner, contributor, reader. Owner,
Yeah.
contributor,
Contributor, reader.
reader. These permissions can apply at three levels. What is the first one? Is the resource level?
Owner,
No,
resource
resource
level,
level, resource group,
subs-
and also
subscription.
subscription level.
Yeah.
What happened when you applied the role at the resource level? When you have a resource level, you can manage for particular resource only. If you have another resource, you don't have any option. You don't have any permission. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Suppose inside a resource group, I created two virtual machine. For particular virtual machine, VM1, I had assigned a one VM1 is one resource, VM2 is another resource. When you apply the permission VM1, you have a permission for VM1 only. You don't have any permission for VM2. Got it?
Yeah.
Understood? So suppose you applied a permission at resource group level, you have a permission for VM1 and VM2. Understood? You have
Yeah.
permission
Yeah.
for VM1 and
Yeah.
VM2.
Yeah.
Suppose you apply the
Yes.
permission at subscription level, you can access all resources. You can access,
Okay. All
okay.
resources.
So
Subscription
mean
level.
that
So
when
normally they do subscription, right?
no, they don't do subscription level.
Okay. It's just an option. Yeah.
Just an option. What happens when you give the subscription level? Suppose they had given subscription level all the permission. What happened? There
You
is a
can do
mislead and
everything.
misuse. How can you give the
Okay.
permission for other one? Unless something there is alternatives, there are multiple things are there. Generally, it is very less they give the subscription level. When you give the permission at subscription level, it leads to so many big problems. Okay?
Okay. The misuse and
Mean that
everything,
even
right?
you have everything access. You got everything to access all
Yeah. Yeah.
resources.
That's not good. Yeah.
That's not good. Generally,
Yeah.
subscription level they don't give any permissions. Okay?
Okay.
Understood.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So
Yes.
now
Yes.
what we
Yes.
do here, we have created an Azure account. We had created an Azure user. What we do now for this one, for the practical, okay, for the practical, what we do here, first I create a virtual machine. Okay, first I create a,
Virtual.
okay. So once I create a virtual machine here, I create a virtual machine. I create a virtual machine. Then the virtual machine was created in the administrator account, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you log
Yes.
into the
Yes.
Azure user, which is the Entra ID user, can I have a permission or can I see or can I view this virtual machine? You don't see any, you can't view any virtual machine because
Yeah.
you don't have any permission.
Permission. Yes.
Even you don't view means they don't find any virtual machine. Just empty portal you will just you just see in the empty portal only. What we
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
here for this virtual machine, we'll go for the AM control IAM. What is that? IAM. What is that? IAM. Okay. Understood? IAM. Okay. Go to the IAM.
Yes.
Go to the IAM, and that is nothing but for this virtual machine. You just remember that I'm just giving the for this virtual machine only. That is resource level. This is the resource level. I'm giving the identity and access management. I can give at the resource group level. I can give the subscription level also. First, for this VM, I just go to the AM access control. AM access control. Inside the AM, we are going to add a role. We're going to add a role. Understood? We'll add a role. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, we're going to add a role. 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 Understood? Here,
Yes.
What are the types of role are there? Three types of role. One is the reader role, second one is the
Yeah.
contributor role, and third one is the owner role.
Owner. Yeah.
First we'll give the reader role for this VM. Okay. First we'll give
Okay.
the which role? Reader role.
So read. So they can just view, but they cannot make any change.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first we'll give the and tomorrow we'll do it.
Viewer.
Okay. It will take time.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here first we'll create a VM. The VM will be created in the administrator account. So if you don't have any permission, you don't, even though it is not visible, VM is not visible in the Azure account, Azure user account. Once you give the reader permission only, the VM will be visible in the Azure user account. Understand?
Yeah.
So then, when you give the reader permission, the virtual machine will be visible in the Azure user account. Okay. Then after that, after reader, when you click on the VM, you don't find any option to start or stop or restart anything. You don't find any option when you give the reader permission. What it?
Yeah.
So then after that, we're going to shift to the reader to the contributor. Okay. Contributor. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens when you give the contributed role, we have an option that means that like you can modify. I want to restart, I want to stop, I want to do something, I want to change the IP address. This thing you can change, you can do in the contributor level. Okay. Okay. Suppose I
Yes.
want to give the permission, like am like permission, you can't have a permission in the contributor level. At the contributor level. Okay.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Understand? Then again we're going to give the another permission that is called owner. Okay? Owner. Okay. So what does owner do? Owner have a can create a user. Okay. Owner can see this. Owner can have a view, modify, change, and also give the change the permission also. Owner also change the permission also. Okay. Okay. That is mean
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
RBAC. What is my RBAC? RBAC means role based access control. Role based access control. Okay. So in when the in the in your company, in our organization, there are multiple people are working. So we'll give the permission, different permission according to our requirement. There are multiple teams are working like programmers team, and have a DB team, I have a testing team, we have admin team, HR team. We're going to assign different roles and permission according to the requirement.
Okay.
Understand? By using
Yeah.
Azure Entra ID. By using Azure Entra ID. Okay? Tomorrow's class, we're going to do the practical how the virtual machine will be give the different permissions like a reader permission, and another thing is that contributor permission and the owner permission. Understood? Tomorrow we'll see
Yes.
that. Okay?
Okay.
That's it
Okay.
today class. Okay? So
Thank you, sir.
it is like a same like a
Like
AWS
I
IAM.
am.
Okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow I'll see you. Okay?
Good. Thank you. Bye,
Okay.
sir. Take care.
Okay.